Received this 8-day unbranded Tombstone clock for servicing. Case has been recently painted with gold paint. The paint is scuffed on the top here, and the underlying surface has a gold electroplated finish on it. The case is actually a solid brass casting, a fairly expensive piece when new. Unpainted exposed brass here is oxidized. Back of clock, tool marks on the back plate around the fasteners. It's damaged the gold plating and gouged into the brass. These fasteners have been knurled, so were intended to be hand-tightened only. Someone has used pliers on them and has ruined the knurling, and also installed them upside down. Tool marks and gouges around the fasteners, sign of a butcher. I'll use some Mylar to protect the back plate from added tool marks. A small feather stuck to the winding knob here. Someone has scratched an X on the bezel. They've damaged the gold plating. Another scratched X here on the mainspring pillar. Some signs of surface rust starting on the mainspring. A mismatched fastener screw. Originals are gold-plated brass. Another feather here. Hairline cracks on the porcelain dial near the 9 and the 4. Made in USA. Tool marks on the center of the minute hand has damaged the bluing. Someone probably used a sharp-edged steel tool to mount the hand. Movement runs, but has very poor motion. Some side shake movement on the pallet pivot. Balance staff is wobbling. The brass on the round part of the roller table is shiny. Indicates it's rubbing on the guard pin. Not sure if the balance staff is bent or something is not right with the pivot. It's going to need to be corrected. Balance wheel isn't running very true either. Up close, you can see where the roller table has been rubbing on the guard pin. I'll check for pivot wear on the front plate. Intermediate wheel. Looks like some type of an empty bug cocoon here. Excessive side shake on the center wheel. Third wheel needs a bushing. New oil next to dried black oil. The movement wasn't completely cleaned last time it was serviced. Clean some of this crud away. Someone used a center punch on the plate here. Fourth wheel pivot needs a bushing. Center punch next to the escape wheel pivot needs a bushing here. Clean some of this old crud away. Tool marks here. I use a brush to clean the gouges. Sign of a butcher. Excessive side shake in the pallet pivot. Front plate will need some bushings. Mainspring is removed, so time to inspect the back plate for pivot wear. Center wheel needs a bushing. Third wheel needs a bushing. Fourth wheel isn't too bad. Escape wheel could use a bushing. Balance staff cone pivot has excessive wear on one side. It will need to be recut or a new staff installed. Hairspring looks good. This is going to need to be completely rebuilt for it to run again. Time to contact the owner and see how they want to move forward on this movement.